In the heart of the city where the lights shine bright, there's a tale unfolding under the cover of night. The Federal Bureau, they've come to play, investigating whispers in the light of day. Oh, Mayor Henyard, what have you done? The FBI's here and they're looking for someone. Keep Freeman caught in a fraudulent scheme. The sounds of a scandal, more than it seems. Allegations fly like shadows on the wall in the halls of power where the mighty fall. Bankruptcy fraud, they say he devised. Keep Freeman's game in the public eye. Oh, Mayor Henyard, what have you done? The FBI's here and they're looking for someone. Keep Freeman caught in a fraudulent scheme. The sounds of a scandal, more than it seems. So here we stand as the truth unfolds. In the sounds of the story is told. Mayor Henyard for Keep Freeman's life. A tale of commotion brought into the light.
Oh my, oh my, oh my. We got a good one for you tonight. It ain't going to be all just about Dalton tonight. Well, we've got other stories we're going to be talking about tonight. It's going to be a good one. Hope you're ready for it. Good evening, Captain Curd. Please give a like and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Evening, Roy Lonsinger. How are you doing? Good to see you. Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. Yo, what is up? Hey, how's it doing? How's it doing? Oh, yeah. So we are going to be talking about a few different ones tonight. You thought it was just this little city of Dalton. We'll get to that one. This one is a new one that came out about yesterday. It is crazy. This is the news as it appears. Hopefully you guys can hear.
We broke the news this morning and we've been covering everything that has unfolded over the past 12 hours. This story has been developing all day and all over Oakland. Before dawn, FBI agents raided the Maiden Lane home of Mayor Sheng Tao. Other agents, including from the IRS, raided the Embarcadero offices of California Waste Solutions. The FBI also raided 2 homes on Viewcrest Court and Skyline Boulevard linked to the Duong family, which runs California Waste Solutions, a major garbage vendor. We have team coverage from reporters spread out throughout Oakland to help you understand the possible link between all of these people and places.
ABC 7 News reporter Cornell Bernard is at Oakland City Hall, where the council is meeting right now to discuss the political reaction to all of this. ABC 7 News reporter Ansar Hassan joins us live with a focus on the Duong family, talking trash and the power and the money that goes with it. But let's get started here with ABC 7 News I-Team reporter Dan Noyes.
Yes, he joins us here in studio to explain what we know so far, Dan.
Good to see you.
Amma and Dan, the FBI confirmed only that they carried out, quote, a court-authorized law enforcement activity at the mayor's home. But that was not the only stop for agents today. More than a dozen FBI agents emerged from Oakland Mayor Sheng Tao's house after 4 hours inside. They carried boxes, plastic tubs, and trash bags and left without comment. Witnesses heard a ruckus before 6 a.m. today.
About 6 o'clock this morning, I heard a male voice yelling to open the door, open the door.
Nina Medina happened to be staying in the neighborhood with friends. She's president of the National Latino Peace Officers Association, here for a meeting with the new Oakland police chief.
The federal government doesn't force or obtain warrants into one's residence without probable cause. And when it rises, in my experience, to the level of the federal government, you're talking
anybody. They're not supposed to go into your house unless there is probable cause. and then they still have to get a warrant because that's illegal. It's just like, come on, lady. I guess she graduated high at top of her class.
About some significant issues.
She needs to lay off the Botox. That's what I think. Lay off the Botox just a little bit.
Once the FBI left, I went to Tao's door to check reports that had been kicked in or rammed through. There was no damage to the door or sill. Later, Mayor Tao's partner and father of her 2 children, Andre Jones, emerged with a bag and refused to comment before he left. Law enforcement sources tell me this is a public corruption case with the FBI, IRS, and U.S. Postal Service working together. Agents hit several locations, including the offices of California Waste Solutions. We spotted IRS investigators there and saw these agents leaving with boxes of evidence late in the day. The company was started by David and Victor Duong, who were under investigation by the Public Ethics Commission for funneling money through straw donors to council members. A story first reported by Oakland side in 2020. Sheng Tao allegedly received some of that money. She also
Sheng Tao received some of that money. There's a lot of Asian folks here. Maybe there's some nepotism going on there. I don't know. Maybe
traveled
not.
with the Duong brothers who funded the trade mission to Vietnam last summer. All this in a week with her recall being approved for a vote.
Oakland is in crisis. The mayor's office is in crisis.
Sam Singer has guided political campaigns and corporations through various types of crisis. He says the future does not look bright.
In the last 24 hours, 40,000 voters turned in signatures to have the mayor recalled. This morning, she wakes up and the FBI is knocking her door down. I don't see how she overcomes this. It's likely that she will wind up having to resign.
You think?
It has been a tough week for the mayor with that recall being approved for a vote. We reached out to her office and have not received any sort of comment. She canceled an appearance at a news conference this morning. It will be interesting to see when and how she makes her first appearance in public facing this investigation.
Well, and that I would say if you've got the FBI knocking on your door like that, then I'm going to say it doesn't look too hot for her in Oakland. Maybe just a little too hot in Oakland right now. Ooh, man, that is a rough place to be in right there. Oh, I wonder what they have on her.
Amma?
All right, Dan, thank you so much for a look at that insight. Now, our team has been trying to hear from the city about everything that happened today. New at 6, ABC 7 News reporter Cornell Bernard has a reaction from an Oakland City Council member.
Andre, do you have anything to say?
Mayor Sheng Tao's partner, Andre Jones, had nothing to say as he left Oakland City Hall Thursday following a raid by federal agents at the Oakland home they share and other locations. The news sending shockwaves through the halls of Oakland City Hall, where we were told the mayor's office was temporarily closed for the day.
Oh, you think?
The doors to Mayor Tao's office.
Don't forget about the world's largest gamer, Dr. Disrespect, getting canceled after outing himself as, that's pretty bad. I didn't know that happened. Of course, I don't follow gamers. Don't follow the gamers.
Were locked. Oakland City Council member Carol Five had this to say following a closed-door council session.
What are next steps regarding the mayor and her alleged involvement in this federal raid?
Thank you for saying alleged. We don't know what's going on. This is not something that.
Thank you for saying alleged as she adjusts her bottle cap glasses. Those are just some horrible looking frames. They do not work well for you, sweetheart. Just saying.
The council was briefed on, that the Oakland Police Department told us about. I don't think that they were involved. So I have very little to say because.
I mean, if you can, if your eyesight's that bad, which she looks like she's got really bad eyesight. Now I had really bad eyesight. I went and got my eyes lasered, so I didn't have to worry about that anymore. Just used to play competitive. Know what that is? PUBG. I guess it's something public, something or other games. I don't know. Like I said, I play games, but it's been a while since I've dabbled in on like I think I did some Call of Duty way back. I was with a team we do stuff, but that's been well over a decade and a half since I did that. California Player Unknown Battlegrounds. Oh, okay. I remember when that came out. California just had a state senator quit a certain party over California trying to make child trafficking a misdemeanor. Yeah, that does happen. And I thought I had heard of it. I think one of my nephews played that, or was playing that last time someone saw him.
Because we have very little information.
Vice Mayor Rebecca Kaplan addressing the rumor her home was also raided, posting on X, nope, not true. The campaign to recall Mayor Tao is demanding that she resign immediately due to the FBI raid. In a statement, the campaign said while the FBI raid does not prove her guilt in the ongoing investigation.
Absolutely does not. It's just an ongoing investigation. It may come back and there's nothing going on. They may have grabbed up all this stuff and looked through it and go, yeah, there's nothing here. I don't know. Is she close with Newsom? If she's close with Newsom, more than likely she's not gonna have to worry about much faith.
We already have multiple smoking guns indicating Tao's lack of fitness for public office.
It's bad.
Oakland Chinatown community leader Carl Chan is upset to hear about the FBI raid and worries it pulls focus from more pressing issues facing the city.
I'm always suggesting and telling many elected officials, when you're serving as a public servant, you have to be very extremely careful how you are dealing with the public trust.
Now, see, this is something that I want to point out here that a lot of people don't realize, that this right here, this little thing right here that you see down at the bottom, that they have segregated themselves in California. I mean, that right there is segregation at its finest. That right there is segregation at its finest. This right here is segregation at its finest. Oakland Chinatown community leader. Why can't he just be a community leader? Why does it have to be Chinatown? I don't know. Sounds pretty sus to me.
Be extremely careful how you are dealing with the public trust.
We made several attempts to reach out to Mayor Tao and her staff, but no response today. In Oakland, Cornell Bernard, ABC 7.
You think? What? This is what I'm dealing with tonight. I'm dealing with a crazy little Yorkie. Yeah, we're watching it for our neighbors. He is about as crazy can be. No, you're not going to eat my face. It's not going to happen. I mean, he's got a cute face. I'll tell you, cute face. But he's about as crazy can be. No, you're not going to lick me. Stop it. Crazy. He's just wanting some attention. He was happy just laying there, and now he wants attention. Crazy little dog. What? So you're just going to stand there and look at me silly like, all right.
7 News.
Federal agents raided several other homes today, including 2 linked to the Duong family, owners of California Waste Solutions. ABC 7 News reporter Anza Hassan joins us live from Skyline Boulevard and a home there. He's been there all day gathering in.
Damn, that really sucks. They made you stay there all day in the hot sun? That does not sound fun. Yeah, I love how the Chinese speak English as fast as they do their native language. Yeah, they're pretty damn quick with it. Yeah, this is that I never understood this man on the street thing. Like, couldn't he just report back and come back to the studio?
Information about who lives there. Answer.
Yeah, Dan, good afternoon, good evening. The investigation here ended more than an hour ago. We saw investigators leave with at least 10 to 15 boxes, 3 computers. They wouldn't tell us what they found, but we do know that U.S. postal inspectors are often involved in financial fraud investigations. Just after 4:30 p.m., U.S. Postal inspectors wrapped up their investigation at David Duong's home in the Oakland Hills. No comment on the content of the evidence they found, but it did end an almost 10-hour investigation.
I think anyone who's been around Oakland politics for a while knows about the Duong family. They're very involved. They're prolific donators to candidates who run for council, who run for mayor, Alameda County officials as well.
Justin Burton served in former Oakland Mayor Libby Schaaf's office and worked with then City Council member Sheng Tao. He's concerned about a business trip she took as mayor to Vietnam, which he says was paid.
Yeah, that's absolutely. Hey, how's it going? Popping in to hit the like and watch you on the big screen. Ooh, yeah. I'd give you a wiggle, but that'd get me in all kinds of trouble. Make it really look big. Yet Stalwell still has a seat in Congress after being busted messing around with Fang Fang. Yeah. Yeah. Cali's Chinatown came about once they finished the the railroad line. Those that worked it were released from servitude and gifted land. Then were immigrated to the same location. I knew you'd like that. Exactly.
Paid for by the Duong family.
Well, those names don't sound Chinese; they sound more Vietnamese. But they, stupid Americans don't know the difference between Chinese, Vietnamese, Korean. They don't get it. Japanese, they're just like, oh no, I'm Asian. They're Asians, all of them.
Burton says that may have been a political risk.
The people who are impacted most by today's news are Oakland's residents.
Really?
They need to know that their mayor is not at the center of a federal public corruption scandal. And if she is part of this investigation, and we don't know all the facts right now, she needs to let her residents know that she's not going to be distracted, and this is a matter amongst attorneys.
Nasty computer.
Earlier in the day, the FBI raided the home of Duong's son, Andy, who lives a few miles away.
I started hearing, this is the FBI, open up, come out with your hands up.
This neighbor, who didn't want to be identified, said she heard FBI agents saying they were delivering a federal warrant. Around 11 a.m., the FBI inspected a Mercedes-Benz registered to Andy Duong, parked outside of his house. 20 minutes later, an unidentified couple was seen leaving in that SUV. Investigators say no one has been home all day and that no arrests have been made.
Funny that
it is still very early in this investigation.
It is become more prevalent whenever people are doing dishonest stuff that they're wearing masks. Have you noticed that? I just noticed that here. Why are you wearing a mask? It's just to hide your identity. That's what people are doing now. Never tell them apart. It's not a lot of exposure other than a few families here. Yeah, I mean, that's not uncommon. It's not uncommon.
A couple was seen leaving in that SUV. Investigators say no one has been home all day and that no arrests have been made. It is still very early in this investigation. Officials say it could be a few days before they have an update. Reporting live, Ansar Hassan, ABC 7 News.
All right, Ansar, thank you.
And ABC 7 News insider Phil Mateer joins us now live in studio. Phil, you were out there this morning when the raids first began.
Why are you out there,
FBI
Phil?
raided the home and office
Why are you
of
out
a
there?
major recycler that does business in
Why are
Oakland,
you
the
out there,
mayor's
Phil?
home. What is this all about?
Well, if we take a look at the initials involved, the FBI, the IRS, and the U.S. Postal Service, that points in the direction of financial questions.
Sure.
We're not talking
really?
about guns. We're not
Does
talking
it?
about drugs. We're talking about that sort of situation. It's
Sounds like a
not
movie.
unusual. We have a company here that is doing business with the
Not
city. They have an
unusual
exclusive
to
contract
be
for the curbside recycling. It was given to them under a bit of controversy years and years ago. There have since been questions raised, as Dan Noyes put out recently earlier in the broadcast. What we have here is a relationship question between the mayor and this company. Will we get quick answers? Likely not. That's not the way the feds move. The feds move slowly and methodically, but in this case, rather publicly. Showing up at the mayor's door at 5 o'clock in the morning is sending a message pretty loud and clear.
Let's talk about sending a message. Just yesterday, we were talking about how the effort to recall Mayor Sheng Tao went another step yesterday, calling for her to just resign.
Right.
Yeah, I heard about
How is
that.
this going to affect that effort? They were already at her house today.
That's a decision the mayor is going to have to make. She has to take a look at the entire
But
situation.
this will only add fuel to the fire.
Absolutely. What it does is, no matter what the outcome of this, innocence or whatever, you are innocent in the eyes of the law until proven guilty.
But yeah, it's the court of public opinion that's going to nail your coffin shut a lot faster.
But in the court of public opinion, if the FBI shows up at your door, a cloud descends upon you. And between
a cloud, it's like a stench cloud. It just sort of floats over you and covers you with the stench of FBI.
Now, and when she's facing that recall election, this is not going to be resolved. She is going to be constantly under investigation, whether anything happens or not. And the feds showed that. They did this much the same in San Francisco. We just finished up a couple of years of corruption investigations, scandals, and convictions that included people at department heads having questionable relationships with companies that the city had contracts with. So here we go again. Whether if you're cleared, it's not going to be it's not going to be anytime soon.
What does it mean for the city of Oakland? Because City Hall was raided too.
This is it's very bad timing for the city of Oakland. We had the mass shooting yesterday in Oakland, ongoing problems with crime. We have a budget deficit that is looming that is quite large. There are a number of areas where Oakland really needs leadership and decisive action, and this is just going to further cloud it. And it's not just Oakland. Also, we're having a recall of the Alameda County District Attorney on top of this. But this is Oakland. It becomes more than political. It becomes actually running the city. I cannot remember the last time a sitting mayor, had their house raided by the FBI.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Much more to come, obviously. This came out of the blue.
I saw that. That would be good.
Thank you, Phil.
Very good.
And it's clearly an ongoing investigation, so we will be staying on it. Stay with ABC 7 News to learn the latest about what's happening with the mayor and how it will affect the city of Oakland. We'll continue to update abc7news.com and the ABC 7 Bay Area app.
That's crazy. That is crazy. Oh, you think that's crazy? Now, last week, now that I've got a little bit more of you fine folks in here, last week we were talking about the Dalton stuff that was going on. Well, we've got something a little more for you tonight because they didn't show this. How you're about to see might be a little bit triggering, just giving you those kind of trigger warnings. If you're triggered in YouTube, you get triggered, just remember that this is all fair use. It is nothing that isn't already out there, and it's not getting flagged. So don't flag me for it. Okay? Bastards. Here we go. Dalton trustees. So this is the part where we didn't get to see. They sort of cut the camera off. People were panicking.
Second. You have a motion to adjourn? No, motion to
Ain't nobody grandstanding. Shut up.
You the one.
Ooh.
Go ahead. I will be brief in my comments. Can you please turn on the microphone?
It wasn't a motion to adjourn.
Turn on the mic.
No.
What do you mean no? What do you mean
I just
no?
said no.
Turn it on. This is our building.
Yeah, this is what we missed. What did we miss?
I will briefly state.
Oh, boy.
Let her speak.
Thanks,
Let
Richard.
her speak. Let her speak. Let her speak. Let her speak. Let's go. Let her speak. Let her speak. Is there something you skip? It's already, we got a motion on the table for the record.
That might come out quicker. Suspend the rule. Go ahead. It's a motion to suspend the rule. Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
But I will say to the residents. And the residents. All right, let's go. Let's go. Oh, hell no. I will not allow anyone to obstruct our investigation.
Let her speak. Let her speak.
see how.
It's an honor to be working on behalf of the residents of Dalton. We have not rested while this procedural matter is in limbo, and we're not going to allow anyone to stop us and obstruct our ability to get to the facts.
All right, and we will continue working. Even though they turned the mics off, we will continue working on behalf of the residents of Dalton, and we will give you the facts
Wow.
that you deserve.
There's some more cameras in there. Maybe not. Oh, it doesn't end here. It doesn't end here. Ooh.
Who you talking to, Mike? No.
That old man was about to throw her down.
Oh man, be quiet. I ain't gonna cuss at y'all or nothing. You do too. You don't belong in here. You don't belong in here. Why is he here? I don't never go. Hey guys.
Wow. Yeah. This is what we missed last week.
We are.
You have no right to
Wow. So crazy. This is what was going on. Man, just the amount of chaos. Guy comes over, grabs the camera, puts his hand over it.
Start with their boss. That's the motherfucker that needs to be in jail.
Oh, watch your language there, sweetheart. Man. Everybody's got the phone out. Everybody's recording. Wow. Crazy. See, they're just shuffling them all out. Like, you don't have to go home, but you just can't be here. What's up, Roxanne? Oh, I see you. No.
I got you.
I hope you're having a wonderful day.
Come on, y'all. Let's go.
It's crazy.
Shit move, Lacey. Hey, you'll be all right. Your time is limited, bro. Come on, man. Come on. Oh, I go. You took a whole step up. You want to take a look?
Y'all do call everybody. I've been put out of better places than this.
Oh, wow.
How did he get in here?
He worked because he worked for us.
I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. I want you to know that.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
That's disrespectful what I'm saying. They just be you know that's one side. They don't want nobody to he said we going to jail and we don't get hey, why you got your that's your husband? Yeah, you like you about to have that heart attack out here. He like you come out here. Yeah, I wish I would have known he was talking about you. I would have laughed.
So I'll see what happened. No, hold on. No people that don't live here, employees. She didn't want lawyer life for the top at all.
Then they had a motion, a second, to suspend the rules. We suspend the rules, and she should have been able to talk. We had a feeling that was going to happen. She don't want to hear what Lori got to say. But we're going to put out what she found.
They cut the mic.
And they cut the mics on Lori.
And Norwood brought her
a mic, and they cut that mic. I mean, but they don't want the truth. They're gonna keep on spinning. Then they threaten you. You say something, they're gonna get everybody out. You know what I mean? You're gonna throw everybody out if you say something. You're quiet. It's a mess, man. This is, like I said, we didn't sacrifice for us to be in leadership like that and treat each other like this. You know what I mean?
Not at all.
Man. You got other employees talking to people who don't live in the village. It was crazy, man. We kind of knew it was gonna hit there because she didn't want to hear what Lori Lightfoot had to say. She did, but it's not a good look for the mayor or our town. You know what I mean? But we're going to continue to work because y'all see what's going on. You see what happened today. You want to say something, girl? Okay?
You know what? This administration, they got to go.
Gotta go.
How you going to have people that don't even live in the village sitting like they're employees and they want to kick us out? They don't even belong in the building. How they going to tell us we got to go, but he can just sit back there and do whatever? This is some bullshit.
And antagonize people.
You know, this is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It doesn't look like Lightfoot stuck around very long. She just had to make a showing so she could get a paycheck.
Yeah, it's a day in Dalton, man. It's a sad day.
I feel sorry for you guys.
I mean, we're going to keep on moving.
Open these neck violations.
We're going to keep on fighting.
Damn, lie up in there.
She didn't want to let Lori Lightfoot talk, y'all. You know she did not want to let Lori.
That's why you got to foul. Jump right over there.
I was so mad at that. Why? I mean, why?
Jump right over there.
Okay, I didn't think so. You of all
So they was
Mm-hmm.
in there paying on that $4 million loan, huh? On that EPA loan that Riley Rogers had sole control over and tricked off, huh?
Ma'am, tell us what you saw.
When?
When they came.
Well, when I turned around, I just saw them trying to escort and ask Trustee Steve to leave, and that got everyone's attention because everybody knows he doesn't make any trouble. He speaks at public comment. He speaks for the residents, and there was no reason to ask him to leave. So, I even asked the officer, "Why did you ask Edward Steve to leave?" He claims he was on the other side of the room. He didn't have anything to do with it, but I thought he did because I thought I saw him standing right there. But I wanted an explanation. Yeah, because that was uncalled for. So thank you, Trustee Steve, for speaking in public comment.
Maybe you
always
should.
represent the people. You always represent them well, and I mean that's why they don't like you. Basically, that's why. So,
and like I said, she didn't want to hear that. But believe me, we're gonna get that report, y'all. We're gonna get that report, and we're gonna put out here what this mayor has been doing that she's trying to hide.
I want to see this report.
You can't hide what you spend on the taxpayers' money and then get up there and lie saying they have everything. They went to court and said they legally don't have to turn over the reports. And then WGN is suing because they won't answer FOIA requests. She says all day, just FOIA. She's got to answer FOIA requests. That's the dangerous of her ability to lie effortlessly on stuff that can easily be proven that she's lying.
How does it keep happening? How does this continue? The blatant and open abuses of power, constitutional violations, the lies. You just don't get it. No, the U.S. isn't screwed. No. See, that's the fallacy there. It is exactly the way they want it to happen. They, them, whoever, whatever they are, whoever they are, that's what they want to have happen. It is a trick. It is a trick of the eyes because as much as these guys are exposing this portion of what's going on there, they're just as complicit in the crookedness. It could be that they're salty because they're no longer in power and they're feeling a little bit salty and they know where all the bodies are buried and now they want to call them out. Trust me, if they're working in government, they probably have some skeletons that they don't want to let out. It does happen. And no, it's not that we're screwed. It is just that they don't fear us as they used to. They don't fear the American people as they used to because they've been brainwashed. Whenever America wakes up, it'll be a day of reckoning. Exactly. They have the possibility to make this end on all levels. Hey, Cindy, good to see you. Sorry you're late. Looked like you missed most of it. You came exactly when you needed to be here.
Another great day in Dalton, and we're gonna continue to fight for the residents, and we're gonna continue to fight for our village. Small village is being financially being obliterated.
Yeah.
Let's talk to the news.
And I got somebody back there in my car. So please believe it.
What's going on? I see you limping.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think she said what she had to say.
I'm so sorry. Dan, how do you spell your last name?
Yes, sir, but since,
You have done so many of these
Well, this is the case of them giving preferential treatment to non-resident supporters of an inept, illegitimate, corrupt administration. This has been going on and on and on. If you recall the rainstorm of April 1st, we were out here.
Oh, everybody that came in from Mo. Welcome. Mo Raiders. Good to see all you fine folks. Glad you could make it. If you've been watching Mo, you know. If you know Mo, she stays away from the politics on her channel, and she has a totally different show, which is so much more fun and comical than mine. She is got the wit and charm that I don't quite have. She is absolutely one of the finest human beings. If you guys aren't subscribed to Mo, then most definitely need to subscribe to that lady. She is awesome.
How are the rest of the residents being treated?
I'm sorry,
How are the rest of the residents being treated?
like dirt, like garbage. You see that door right there? We can't even get near to pay our bills and stuff because they got 4 chairs. They had 4 chairs lined up for us, all of us to use, and they locked up the rest of the building, even though we're paying for that building. This is our building.
Tim, do you think that Dalton should pay for Mayor Lori Lightfoot to investigate?
They should pay
Should they pay Lori Lightfoot to investigate what's going on here?
I would take an investigation. If you look at the $30,000 for this segment of the investigation, if you compare it to the over almost $1 million that this illegitimate money that used to work for the Village of Dalton, but is now the personal attorney for Mayor Henyard. That's a drop in the budget. They have no problem with spending $1 million on.
Well, from what I understand, is Lightfoot wasn't much better than Henyard. So politicians, politicians used to fear the people running them out on tar and feathers. They no longer fear us. Oh, they do. They do. Why do you think that there's people that are still in jail from a certain event that happened in the Capitol? Why do you think they're still there? Here.
For her. What about us? We're the ones that supposed to matter. We're the ones that mess it up. It's just not right.
Lori already went out back there.
And she's already gone.
Trustee, who were you just talking to when you said
William Moore? He's ashamed before God. Why do you use God's name in vain? And you sit up here and allow all these lies to continue to come out your mouth. God, let strike him down.
Me.
Just strike him down. You're using God's name in vain. But that's what happened when you got a kiss butt.
Oh man, he's salty. I like it. I like salty. Hey, Frank. Good to see you. Glad you could make it.
That Smith dude, man, he was a bitch.
Yeah. Check it, make sure it's right.
He tried to
What's
say
that?
it was on the right side.
Yeah.
And he getting paid.
All right, the shaky camera is making me dizzy. Oh my gosh. That's about all we've got of that particular one. It's the same thing. That right there was what was left over from their last meeting. Now they should be having another one coming up soon, and just keep an eye out for it whenever it comes up. We will talk about it. But then we've got more. Oh, do we have more? We always have more. There is. It just happens. They can't help it. They cannot help it. Here we go.
And some are now wondering if Philadelphia is the most corrupt city in the country. Seth Williams is the latest in a long line of public officials to face corruption charges. Eyewitness News reporter Alexandria Hoff is in Center City tonight with more on how the city is making national headlines for the wrong reasons. Alex?
Yeah, well, Yuki, this week, Vice News asked a question that's gotten a whole lot of attention. Again, is Philadelphia the most corrupt city in the country? Well, if it is, we wanted to know why and what can be done. Just a few examples. This month, it was District Attorney Seth Williams. In December, it was then Congressman Shaka Fattah, convicted of misusing grant money. And in 2013, 7 of 9 city traffic court judges were charged with, yes, corruption.
To some extent, one-party rule is a factor in it.
For over 50 years, one political party has controlled the city of Philadelphia.
We tip the balance to the point where it makes it very hard for the political competition to take place.
Registered Democrats outnumber city Republicans 7-1. The ratio is identical to the number of Democrats running against a sole Republican for city district attorney.
Beyond that, we also shut out independent voters from primary elections. So there are almost as many independent voters as there are Republicans, and they have no voice.
Considering those odds, former city mayor and governor Ed Rendell feels fresh blood is needed, but from within the reigning party.
We need to make the party more open to attract more people from different walks of life and different segments of the city, and to make it more competitive.
He adds that term limits and committee-focused appointing systems would help. So is Philadelphia the most corrupt city in the country? Well, David Thornburg, president of the nonpartisan Committee of 70, says those stats are hard to quantify, but
we have some of the toughest campaign finance limits and laws.
Meaning scandals, while not good PR, could point to something gone right.
These people got caught and their careers are over. So to some extent, I would say the system works.
Thornburg points out something interesting, that bribes aren't only being accepted in this city, they are being offered. So he said residents also have a responsibility not to be complicit to such crimes. Reporting live in Center City, Alexandria Hoff, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
Alex, thank you.
It's a good thing because I suck whenever I'm eating. Thanks, Captain Karen. We got more. Just you wait. Just you wait till you see what we got here. Oh boy.
Welcome to the twilight zone of government gone wrong. Hampton, Florida, population 477.
And the only way I could relate to it was the old Dukes of Hazzard. They'd make Boss Hogg look like a Sunday school teacher.
It started a few years ago when the city of Hampton sanctioned a speed trap along Highway 301. The tiny town had 19 police officers.
Florida.
That's one officer for every 25 residents, writing tickets to boost the city's coffers.
On this side of the road, you got
Sheriff Gordon Smith says one of the officers was nicknamed Rambo.
He was actually getting out of a car with a AR-15 strapped across his shoulder, had like SWAT tactical gear on.
To write tickets. This is crazy, right?
Let me tell you, that's way above crazy.
That means like a $250 ticket.
It wasn't illegal, but in 3 years, officers wrote about $600,000 in traffic fines. But when state auditors examined the city's books, they found a rotten cesspool in this swampy landscape. For starters, how that money was spent is unclear, and it's triggered a state criminal investigation. A few weeks ago, this bombshell was dropped here on the front porch of City Hall, an audit of the way the city of Hampton has done its business. Inside, 31 different findings of inappropriate action, questionable record keeping, shady accounting, accusations of nepotism, money that's missing, you name it, it's in here. And now some state lawmakers want to make the city of Hampton disappear, wipe it off the map.
Wow.
According to the audit, several city employees were overpaid roughly $9,000. A city credit card had $27,000 of questionable charges, and $132,000 were charged to a city account at the convenience store next to City Hall. City officials say they're reviewing their operations and considering the audit's recommendations.
That's a lot of money.
But nothing symbolizes Hampton's woes quite like this. We found the elected mayor sitting in the county jail. He was in office a month and a half when he was arrested in an undercover sting and charged with selling oxycodone. He denies dealing drugs, and he's not connected to the city's financial mess. The impression out there right now is that the people who've been running Hampton are just a bunch of crooks.
Exactly. And I think that's not very far from the truth at all. They're either a bunch of crooks or a bunch of really stupid people. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but it's the truth. You know, I mean, and it looks more like they're crooks than anything. Yeah.
But you, given the situation where you're in,
yeah, I look like a crook sitting here in an orange suit, don't I?
the city's former clerk, Jane Hall, is one of the central figures in the state's audit. She hasn't been accused of any crimes, but the audit was highly critical of how she handled city business.
We were here and gave you guys a chance to.
After we left, Paul emailed us. She wrote the questionable expenditures were for city-related business and is documented. She added, there has been a deliberate campaign to make me look like some kind of criminal mastermind. That would be like saying Snoopy is Cujo's twin brother.
Told us to make sure we watch the no trespassing sign, gave them a chance to talk to us, and they didn't want to.
We look corrupt as heck. I mean, what the heck's wrong with us?
Former Mayor Jim Mitzel walked off the job several years ago. He isn't suspected of any wrongdoing, but Mitzel says the mayor's $125 a month paycheck isn't worth the headache. City officials are asking state lawmakers who want the city shut down for one last chance to fix its problems. The former mayor thinks they should get that chance.
The government bailed out General Motors. The government bailed out Chrysler. Why can't the state of Florida bail out Hampton? Don't shut our town down. Our town should not be shut down.
The saga of a town lost in the woods, mired in a mess that might shut it down forever.
That's hilarious.
Here tonight, we are taking a closer look at the newest lawsuit filed against the town of Brookside.
In this one, a man claims officers violated his civil rights. And Josh Gant's taking a look at these allegations, getting reaction from an attorney. There's a lot to absorb here, Josh.
Yeah, this lawsuit claims that Neil Pascal was left naked in a cell and eventually hit with made-up charges. He's now hoping.
Oh, well, we don't want to talk about that one. That one's pretty damn funny. That's pretty messed up. But oh my, do we still have more for you? Oh, we've got some more for you. Because what could be better? What could be better than a little bit of old Squishy's garden? What could be better? You tell me, because that's what we're going to get. We're going to get a little bit. Why is that showing up? Weird. Okay. We're going to be going to some old Squishy's garden here shortly. Oh, yes. Yes, we will. Expand this out. Here we go. And oh boy, this is going to be fun. Give me a second. Why is it doing that? All right, let's do this and we're going to, there we go. Exit full screen. That's what I was looking to do. Share this tab instead. Bam. That's what I was after. All right. There we go. Lord have mercy. I thought the Kentucky accent was bad. What the crap was that? That was the mayor. Love old Squishy. Absolutely. How can you not love old Squishy? Squishy's pretty damn awesome. There we go. We watch courts so you don't have to. If you guys aren't subscribed to old Squishy, make sure that you are or do. And you'll never miss a moment of great stuff. Here we go. I need to all check up the volume.
Yeah, next everybody on the
Sorry.
next everybody on the Schuster matter, Jonathan Schuster.
For the record, Abigail, this man was never appointed to me on my behalf. Like I told him the very first time I've ever met him, I'm here sui juris and propria persona. I reserve all rights. I, Jonathan Troy Schuster, comma beneficiary and sovereign, and here for fraud, menace,
Hey,
and duress.
Betsy Weingarten.
Fiduciary Abigail.
Gardner, sorry.
This is a
Good
Social
to see
Security
you.
Sophisticated
That's
Trust
amazing.
action, which you are now a real party and interest to. I'm here sui juris in propria persona. I've challenged the jurisdiction of this court, and I don't understand. So I do need some questions answered. Is there a
Well, it'd be better. It would be better if he printed this stuff out. You know, it's love the judge from Georgia that hit the cops, got kicked from being a judge. Yes, I have heard about that.
bond on this matter?
I believe you were PR. Actually, bail was set at $2,000.
Oh, absolutely.
There is a bond on this matter, correct?
Yes, there is.
Okay, and so is my social security number attached to these charges in any way?
I don't believe so.
You don't believe so?
I don't have any record of your social security number. So as far as I know, I don't know your social security number.
Don't know.
No, I'm saying, is my social security number attached to these charges in any way?
Only in the extent that it's connected to your driving history.
So is that a yes or a no?
In some way, shape, or form, your social security number is in the system with records on you. That is true.
Okay, so you just told me there was a bond, which means this is commercial court.
It's not commercial.
Now
court.
you're saying that my social security number is attached to these charges. And so, which means this is a sophisticated trust action, which you are a real party in interest to. And I just told you I was a beneficiary. You're supposed to be charging the trust. You're not charging the beneficiary. And if you're creating bonds against my trust without my permission, I don't understand. Are you saying you're committing?
Well, if you don't understand, then maybe go to law school, because what you're saying is a bunch of gobbledygook. See, the problem with soft sits, and I'll explain this pretty straightforward, a lot of the problem that soft sits have is that they are misusing words. You'll notice that they'll use words that can be double. They have double meanings, like trust. Like those have very specific meanings. It could mean two different things. This is how you know you're dealing with a soft citizen, is whenever they start using a lot of words out of context. Part of what he's saying is trust, and you'll because trust can be two different. It can have two different meanings.
In fraud trust?
I'm saying that you are subject to the jurisdiction of this court.
It matters. You cannot move until you've proven jurisdiction, and you failed to do so.
Pass.
And if you cannot prove jurisdiction, then this matter needs to be dismissed with prejudice, because this is a commercial matter. I'm a non-U.S. citizen, American national, by way of American Samoa. I'm a beneficiary.
Oh, are you Samoan? Really? You never seen a courtroom like with that kind of furnishings? Oh, this is a very small courtroom. Whenever they have courtrooms like this, it's usually for people that are not going to be violent. They're brought in for like some sort of bond hearing. They don't have to have all of the courtroom stuff. This is more of an administrative portion. That's what this is. This is more administrative. No different than you'd find like going through the DMV or something like that. We have quite a few of those here in Georgia that work the same way. If you go down to like your traffic court, a lot of times this is what you'll find. If they have the space for it, especially in a little bit larger cities. Don't remember this guy went full more. I think he went Samoan.
I'm here sui juris in propria persona, and we cannot move any further on this matter until this is either dismissed with prejudice or you can prove jurisdiction.
So what would you like to do with your case? I assume, Mr. Parent, that you are not representing?
So the man cannot speak for me.
He's not speaking for you, but I am asking him a direct question, so I need you to let him answer.
Okay.
Yeah, so the court did appoint us on this matter, but it sounds like he does not want my office to represent him, so I'm happy to withdraw.
You can dismiss yourself.
So would you like to represent yourself in the matter, Mr. Schuster?
Please do not tell me to shut up. You can dismiss yourself.
So he can't dismiss himself, only I can dismiss him. I'm asking you if you wish to have an attorney or if you wish to represent yourself.
This is a trust or sophisticated trust action. And so I'm here sui juris in propria persona. You know what that means. And so we can
Don't know what it means because it's nonsense, but nonetheless.
Prove jurisdiction, or we can dismiss this matter with prejudice.
So I'm not going to do that today. Here are your choices. You can have Mr. Parent represent you. You can choose to obtain private counsel, or you can represent yourself. Let's start there. Which of those three?
Nobody's going to represent me. I can present myself, as I said.
So you wish to go pro se? I don't need you to read the script. I need you to tell me if you wish to go pro se.
I told you I'm here sui juris and appropriate persona.
Ms. Roberts, are you there?
Yes, Judge.
My inclination is to set this matter over and see if Mr. Schuster wants to give it another shot with his attorney or go pro se. It looks like this is the first pretrial and suspect he's not prepared to set the trial today.
What is the first one? There's no plea.
Okay, I'm not speaking to you, so you're going to have to wait. I'm speaking to Ms. Roberts.
I mean,
Judge, I would ask that we set this matter over 1 week.
Okay.
Let him
You
sit
want
at
to come
home
back
and
to
think
court in 1
about it.
week and try again?
we can finish this matter now.
We
There's
can't.
no need
There-
to
we
move
can't.
this any further because
So here's
it's
the
not
thing.
proven jurisdiction.
Here's the thing. It's not my position today to have to prove jurisdiction to you.
It is. It is your position because
it's
it is
not.
on the courts.
And I'm also not going to argue with you.
There's no
So
argument.
I'm going to have you come back to court in 1 week.
There's nothing you can prove that you have jurisdiction. This man does not speak for me.
So we're going to come back to court on July 1st.
That date doesn't work
Why doesn't it work for you?
because I'm a man. I have things to
I'm
do.
a man.
I've come here
Oh, man.
multiple times under duress with threats from your end, and I have no more time for this matter. And unless you can prove jurisdiction, there's no need for this matter to move any further.
But you're going to come back on July 1st at 9 a.m.
Wow. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome, Kevin. Think about it. I mean, there's not many people that can speak Latin. Many people.
If you don't come back on July
Are you
1st,
threatening me now?
I'm telling you there's going to be a bench warrant issued if you don't show
Are you
up. So
threatening me now?
I'm giving you the choice of showing up
No,
or a
I'm
bench
giving
warrant
you the
issuing.
choice to finish this matter now or be responsible for your actions.
We'll set this for July 1st. I'm
Would you
going
like to be responsible for your actions and set this further? Because you can do that, or you can dismiss this matter with prejudice.
This poor guy sitting here. This poor guy sitting here is like, oh, could you just move this guy away from me? This guy is sitting here going, hey, if this works, I'm going to give it a try. This poor sucker right here, he's just like, oh, why me? Why me? Why must I be here? This guy's like, like, maybe this will work. He gets a little bit of smirk. He says, maybe this will work. This guy is just completely clueless. Oh,
I'm not going to do that today. So July 1st, 9 a.m. Back in this courtroom.
Abigail, what's the reason for the threats, Abigail? You violated my rights enough.
We'll just hold Speedy for this
You
week, Ms.
violated my
Roberts.
rights enough.
son, you're talking out your ass. She has not violated your rights yet, but give her time. Give her time. She can work on
This
that.
matter needs to be dismissed with prejudice.
No.
We'll see you back on July 1st,
Or else what? You're going to threaten me?
or else the court will issue a bench
So
warrant.
you're threatening me now, Abigail.
I am telling you
No,
your
I'm telling
options.
you this matter needs to be dismissed with prejudice because you cannot prove jurisdiction. This is a
Signature
certificate
here.
trust action.
Signature here,
You're trying
please,
to
sir.
commit fraud.
Sir,
You're
Mr.
trying to
Schuster.
commit fraud. Miss,
So-
I'm speaking with Abigail.
You're done.
No,
you're done.
you can't tell me I'm done.
I can.
No, you don't have power to do that.
Your court case is over.
You don't have power to do that.
Sir, your hearing is over. If you don't
Yes, you're
take your
failing
paperwork and leave the
true.
courtroom, we'll have you remanded into custody.
You're threatening me now.
I'm
Even more
giving
so
you
than
a
you already
choice.
were. And if anybody tries to touch me, I'll charge them with assault and battery. So I will be gone because this matter is dismissed.
So for the record,
For the
the
record,
defendant's choosing to leave without his paperwork. He is expected to be back in court July 1st at 9 a.m.
Oh, that's his little gay boy. All three of them. All three of them were together. Oh. I'd love to be the traffic violation behind this case. Yeah. Like, oh, contempt coming? Oh no, he thought he was being slick. He thought he was being slick. Got his little lover boys. Thinks he's being all slick. Got his two little thug boys. Man, you told that judge. That's exactly what he's thinking. Man, you told that judge. Good to see
Thank you, Your Honor.
We'll toll Speedy for that week.
Mr. Parent, you ready on anything else?
Thank you. That was good. Okay. I appreciate you coming in.
Okay.
Wow. Wow. That is so crazy. And if you guys have not subbed to...
And what are you going to do if I do impose the 10 days?
Let's call the case of the people versus Angel Wilson.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate on behalf of Ms. Wilson. Your Honor, to my understanding, she is not here yet today. I have been in contact with her. She did text me this morning saying she was running late and would probably be here around 9:30. For the record, I'd respectfully request the court to consider either passing the matter or for an adjournment.
Why is she late?
Well, and you know, Paula, yes, the judges do have to have a lot of patience. A lot of it is because of you don't know if someone's being serious, and also you have to remain keeping decorum. And it's one of those where people wouldn't act like this because their parents usually would have said, yeah, that's not the right way to behave. But we've lost a lot of that. So that's how it goes. That was some grunge law. 3 guys from mom's basement with GEDs taking on a judge. We call it grunge law. Oh man, I'm gonna remember that one. That one's gonna go down for a song. Grunge law. Grunge law. I love it. 3 guys from a basement with GEDs. You guys are awesome. From mom's basement with a GED. Oh, you guys, you're awesome. I love this. From mom's GED. Taking on a judge. That's gonna be great. I couldn't be a judge. I have no tolerance for stupid. Yep. Judges don't see patience. Hell no, they don't. If I ever heard one of my children act like that, they would quickly remember who their mama was. They might be seeing their daddy. You know.
She did not provide an explanation.
Knock them
But she did
back-
text me at
back a few
8:33 saying she
decades.
was late and would probably be here at 9.
That's the matter.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Let's call the case, recall the case, people versus Angel Wilson.
Attorney Morgan on behalf of people. Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Ms. Wilson, who stands to my right. Please state your name for the record, ma'am. Angel Wilson. Thank you for passing this matter, Your Honor. Today is the date and time set for both sentencing and a bond violation hearing in this matter. As to the bond violation, Ms. Wilson will be pleading no contest.
Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes.
You understand that you'd be entitled to a hearing?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Pardon?
Yes.
Okay. And so you're pleading no contest to that. Did you go to Von Swartz?
I didn't go there, but I talked to her and I sent her everything. I didn't
Okay.
This is the right one. I think this is the right one. Give me a second. See if I've seen this one before. Oh yeah, this is one I've seen before. But it's not very long, so we'll watch it again. We'll watch it again. It's good. I have a whole playlist of this.
Why do I have this then? But I thought they were going to re-refer her. Has she
No,
been
I
assessed?
think you've seen her before.
If I may, Your Honor,
It's
yes, she has.
possible
And she
you've seen
sent
her
in the
before.
requisite paperwork on Thursday, but it was not received by Von Schwartz until over the weekend. But they did complete the report, and then that was
This is
the
very
updated
awesome.
recommendation was sent out this morning from Ms. Polera.
Who did she send this to? Yes.
That was emailed to myself.
How old are you?
I'm 22,
What's your highest level of education?
high school, and I'm starting college.
Where?
Uh-huh.
Pardon?
July 8th, my first day.
Where?
At PSI, it's a nursing school.
Are you living on your own? No. Pardon?
Yes.
Where?
That is so true. My bad, Jizzy, but these folks are a great reason to reinstate the draft. Oh, just give them some purpose. Like this is the problem. Lots of free time.
I live in Taylor.
So you moved?
Yes.
Why?
4 months ago.
Why?
Because I moved out of my mom's house.
I'm unclear, quite frankly, after reading all of this. I'm not. Are you living by yourself?
Well, my son lives with me. 2.5.
Pardon?
He's 2.5.
Did you pay Bounceworth already?
Yes.
I have concerns about this individual being, quite frankly, able to move through this report, whether she would be an adequate candidate for probation. But if you want to proceed with sentencing, you can.
Yes, Your Honor. I have reviewed the recommendation with Ms. Wilson. At this time, we are asking the court to largely adopt probation's recommendation. We do understand there is a 10-day or additional 10-day rather jail recommendation. Ms. Wilson is asking the court to not remand her at this time. As she has already told the court, she is starting nursing school on July 8th at PSI. Further, she does have a 2-year-old son whom she provides for. She currently is gainfully employed as a CNA, and she is anxious that 10 days in custody would both cause her to lose her employment or derail her potentially starting school on the 8th. Otherwise, we are asking the court to adopt probation's recommendation with the consideration of not imposing the additional 10-day jail time.
And what are you going to do if I do impose the 10 days? Ma'am, that was a question.
Me?
Yes.
I would just probably lose everything.
Like what?
What are you doing with your life, young lady?
Right now, I work and I'm a mom, and
Well, that's what I mean. There we go. That's why I said what I said. They act up bad enough and they get to go be daddy. Oh. that's pretty bad. Yeah, maybe she should have thought of that full S beforehand. My niece, whom I love, destroyed her teaching career because she was caught with drugs. Yes. There's only one way to handle these kinds of things. And yes, there's nothing wrong with having a little bit of sympathy or empathy towards somebody that might have been in the wrong place at the wrong time. But imagine this young lady that wanted to be a teacher and shows up to class high as a kite. I mean, and I know you're just like, I it's too bad that this happened, but this is the way it's got to be. So you don't want to have these young people show up, thousands of dollars in tuition loans, all gone now. Well, it's never too late to learn how to turn wrenches. They always need female mechanics. My highest level of education, 4th grade, sir, prepared for the 5th, but my 4th was violated. Well, grab the 2nd if you need. Did you see the one where the man was driving without a license and driving on Zoom to the judge? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We've shown that one. That one was crazy. Yeah, and he came back to court and still was incarcerated. Yeah, when he showed up in court, he was incarcerated. He turned himself in, got out on bond, shows back up to court, finds out that he's got a ticket in another jurisdiction. And so they put him in jail waiting for them to decide whether they were going to come and extradite him to stand trial there.
I'm assumed to be nurse.
What?
You have proof of the nursing school attendance?
Yes, I did get approved.
Pardon?
I did get approved.
No, do you have proof of that?
I can show you an email on my schedule.
I think you need to come up with some reason why I shouldn't just send you to jail. Because I quite frankly don't think that you're a good candidate for probation. You weren't able to make it through the pre-sentence portion of this.
It was a good one.
What does that mean?
Your bond violations.
Yeah.
Yes, I would like to say something about that. I've had to get 3.
You want to get 3 what?
I guess that would be irrelevant.
What?
I guess that would be irrelevant, so I won't say that, but
what would be irrelevant?
I just feel like it's something with the tether because I've had to get it replaced 3 times for an upgrade, and then it says that I violate. And I'm just really confused on that. And I know that the lady at Community Corrections has put stuff in my chart because I even offered to take a lie detector test to prove that I did not violate.
That don't mean anything.
Then why didn't you go through a hearing?
Because I was told that I can't take a lie detector test.
Let's tell you the picture I have. I have a person who's violated you.
Ooh, no.
Pled no contest to those violations. Now you're telling me that. I have an individual who I'm not sure exactly what you're doing with your life, but who also, on the date of this incident, was extremely uncooperative while you were at the hospital.
You feel like a red flag that she, in reality, are about to meet for the first
Your parents know about
time.
this?
Yes.
What do they say about it?
My mom, it's mainly my mom that has something to say. I mean,
What?
it's mainly my mom that had something to say.
And
She
what was that?
disappointed, but she knows that I made a mistake and I will never do that again.
Well, that don't mean anything. Apparently, that didn't work because
That's
you've
all
done
that
it
she
again
said?
and
Well, a lot
again.
more than that, but I don't really remember everything off the
Yeah.
top of my head.
That it didn't stick with you. Sweetheart, if your mama's telling you you're screwing up and you're not listening enough to your mama, do you think the judge, like, he's going, wait, this is your mom, and you're not listening to her. What makes me think that you're going to listen to what I have to say? Oh, yeah, that one had me in Simpson's Court was the guy that chased the three girls and then they wreaked havoc, causing two of the three hand down his ruling. I thought he was going to cry. Yeah, that is very true. I got a stupid question. When did people start thinking that they were sovereign citizens? Is it because the state they live in, the state they live in is sovereign? I hope this makes sense. No. There is a particular place that you can go if you want to find out what all of that is about. And let me see if I've got it here. It'll kill you just in the worst possible way. It's made up. That's the best way to put it. It's made up. Let me see if I've got the sovereign citizen. There's actually a little website that you can go to that will answer all those questions for you. It's really funny. Let me see if I've got it. Nope. Not that guy. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Is that it? Nope. And no, that's not it. That's not it. That is not it. Where did I put that? I know I've got that here somewhere. Should be there. And then no. Oh, delete that. Ooh, I'm deleting that page. Oof, that one got me in all kinds of trouble. And that one got me in trouble too. Wayback Machine, Colts. Is that where I've got it? No. Why is it not showing up? I know I had it. I'll find it here shortly. We'll just continue on with this one for a little bit. What is that? No, we'll leave that one alone. And this one here.
Why do I get the sense that if I put you on probation, that what's going to end up happening is I'm ultimately going to end up throwing you in jail?
I don't think that will happen. I've never been on probation, but I'm willing to do anything to go to jail because I have a kid, I work full time, and I'm about to start school. My focus is not to be in jail or to do anything to end up in jail.
But you screwed up.
Also part of the problem. Because are you telling me that throughout all of your plea, the pre-trial portion of this, that all of these violations were because something was wrong with the machine?
Well, I was on a whole I don't remember what it's called in the beginning before.
Sober link.
Yeah, the sober link before I got the tether. If I'm being honest, I didn't take that serious, but when I violated and then got sentenced to jail,
No, she hadn't taken
I did
any
not
of it
want to make that
serious.
same mistake again, and I have not. That's why.
So what tells me now that you're gonna take any sentence I impose seriously? I mean, that's my problem, young lady. My problem is I see you out there drifting. You go about pick up this charge. You're at the hospital. You've been drinking. You're at the hospital. You're absolutely uncooperative at the hospital.
I wasn't uncooperative. I just didn't want the ID. And yeah, I understand that.
They ask you for consent to draw blood, right?
Yes.
What happened from your perspective?
Well, when they said something about drawing the blood, I never refused it. I just wanted to sit up, and the officer stated that I couldn't sit up, so I was refusing. And then they ended up sitting me up to take the blood. So,
and at that point, you didn't think this was serious?
I did. I mean, I knew it was serious from my accident.
So then you get arraigned
not.
and you get put on a sober link.
Yes.
Tells you what to do. You don't follow through on the sober link, right?
Correct. I was very irresponsible with the sober link. When I did the 5 days, I'm in jail. I knew I did not want to go back there, and I did not want to violate. That's why I was saying I wanted.
But why from the beginning didn't you take it seriously?
I feel like with my other lawyer, I didn't understand that it was a part of the bond. I've never had anything like this go on before, and I feel like there was a lot of miscommunication between me and my other lawyer.
Really?
You remember what you said to me about that tether and about the scram, that it was an inconvenience?
Unfortunately, yes, I do, and I apologize for that. That was really out of character.
Like I had to call him and sit back and laugh at people.
So with all of that,
still playing Tony Clifton.
What makes
his brother
me
Jim
think
Zmuda was
you're actually going to be able to make it through probation?
Yeah.
The only thing I can do is show you if you just give me a chance.
I've given you opportunities throughout this case.
Yeah, a few,
What I've
quite a
seen
few.
hasn't absolutely impressed me, or quite frankly, hasn't impressed me at all.
Yeah, I can understand that. But I mean, I've never done probation. I'm willing to do probation. I'm willing to do anything. Hopefully, not chill.
Exactly, squishy.
Why were you late this morning?
You don't get it.
My son's dad had to come get me, bring me here.
Sad, be quite frank with you. I don't know that you're a good.
No, yeah, and I'll explain it here in a little bit because it'll blow your mind away what I show you.
Good candidate for probation. I don't entirely understand why I shouldn't just give 93 out of the gate, just be done. You've not made it through anything I've asked you to make it through.
I know that you don't believe me with the tethers, but if I could take a lie detector test, I will. Since I got the tether,
Look, let's
Look,
assume, for the
sweetheart.
sake of argument, that that's even remotely true. You've been on 2 different types of tethers.
Yeah.
I was unaware of that. Is the sober link a part of a tether?
That's a kind of a tether.
Okay.
And you mess that up.
As you do.
So then, switch on the other side. What ends up happening? Mess all that up too.
But I didn't. That's why I want to take a lie detector test to prove that I did not. Why would I want to go back to jail? Honestly.
Because you're a fool.
When you went to Von Swartz, why didn't you fill the form out in its entirety?
No, they think it works.
Well, she told me there was only 12 pages and there was 23. And she said I must have printed it a different way.
Yeah, but there was information you left off.
Yeah, that I didn't.
But that was on what you had that you just didn't fill in.
Well, the question on the front, I didn't know. And the other ones, I must have just read through them. Not even.
Just read through them.
I honestly don't know. I was confused when she told me that there was stuff missing.
Yeah.
Because it was like simple stuff, like my parents' name. I was like, what?
Like what?
So I don't know. I must have been rushing through it.
Well, you should have here's the problem. Slow down. It just appears to be stunned at her lack of comprehension of her situation.
See, you need to come up here and give me every reason you have as to why I should send you for the 93 days. Court stands in recess.
All rise.
Recalls case, People versus Angel Wilson. So, son, explain to me, I asked you to think about why I shouldn't just give you the time.
Your Honor, Ms. Wilson does have a statement she would like to state to the court.
Well, I want to start off by saying that I apologize for my actions, for the incident and what happened in general. Also, I apologize for the violations and making excuses for the bond violations. But I'm begging that you allow me to be on probation. And I understand that if I violate, then I'm going straight to jail. And I understand that probation's going to be hard, but because I'm going to nursing school and I'm a mom, but I think I can do it. And I just would like a chance to show you that I can do probation.
How did you come up with the fee to pay Von Swartz?
I work.
Pardon?
I work.
How come you were late paying the fee?
I wasn't.
Pardon?
I wasn't. I sent it all together, the payment with the packet.
Yeah, but the packet was late.
I don't think so. I sent it Thursday. She got it Friday.
Clearly, apparently, that there is this young woman who's just selling.
Your Honor,
life,
Ms. Wilson
dealing
is
with
employed
things.
as a CNA
Hey, Rise.
at an adult home, I believe. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes. So
She's a
that might have
free
been due
spirit.
to the income being not there at the time. And if Your Honor would like, I do have proof of a screenshot of an email of her enrollment or of her class schedule, rather.
Yeah, take
starting
him to
July
AA.
8th.
He can't
Were you-
control his liquor.
Were you on the verge of being evicted?
One more time?
Pardon?
I didn't understand what you said.
Tried taking my dog, but they said it was the wrong kind of liquor.
How long have you lived at the Taylor address?
It's been 4 months.
Are you on the verge of being evicted from there?
As of right now, no.
Were you?
No.
Did you tell my probation officer that you were on the verge of being evicted and cannot come up with the fee?
Oh.
You never told her that?
No.
Oh, sweetheart.
On the 19th of June, which would have been a Wednesday, did you tell my probation agent that? Did you talk to my probation agent?
I honestly don't remember, but I know I never said anything about being evicted or I couldn't pay something.
Uh-huh.
So Miss Valera told that to me. She's
unbelievable.
Not telling me the truth or somehow.
Huh.
Okay,
Maybe
that's
call her
different,
in.
Carrie. Did you tell people at Von Swartz that?
No. Like I sent her the money order with the packet. It was all together.
So you didn't tell them?
Why
that
do I
you were
have
on
a
the verge
letter
of being
that
evicted?
says
No, I never stated
contrary?
that.
What did you
Call the
contact
parole
Von Swartz?
officer exactly.
I called her. I want to say the Monday,
people.
and she told me to call her back
Dude,
Wednesday because she was on
What are
vacation.
you doing, girl?
Anything either of you want to say before I impose sentence here?
I just want to say that I apologize, and I really hope that you give me the opportunity to do probation.
Sweetheart.
Acknowledge this is not serious misdemeanor as
screw
defined
that
by
stuff
statute,
up.
however, believes there are reasonable grounds to depart from the presumption of a non-probationary sentence. The alcohol screening assessment identifies the benefit of outpatient treatment, AA meeting attendance, and abstinence from all intoxicants. Therefore, the court will follow the recommendation of probation for probationary sentence supervision with stated rehabilitative goals to prevent recidivism, to monitor compliance with recommended treatment, and also to promote change. So therefore, the sentence of the court, you are placed on probation for a period of 18 months. You are to pay $855 fines and cost, $100 prosecution recovery cost, $100 police agency recovery cost, $540 probation oversight fees. There should be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to testing as requested by probation. You are to complete the CCOP program or a comparable program with proof to probation. You are to attend 2 AA meetings per week with monthly verification to probation. You're to provide proof of the victim's impact panel attendance to probation. Have you attended that?
Attended what?
The victim's impact panel.
Oh, you're about to.
I don't know what that is.
You're about to.
No, I have not.
Have you signed up for it?
No, I have not.
Hey, lady, let me tell you something.
Wow.
This is why I have this feeling you're not going to make it through.
Ah.
I was unaware that I had to sign up for the.
Unaware?
Your Honor, I'll make sure that she.
June 7th, I told you that.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I apologize, then. I don't have an excuse.
Oh, I know.
But
There's not a lot of excuses at all for any of your behavior.
But I know for sure that I can do
Oh.
probation.
If you don't do these things, how are you sure you're going to do probation?
I'm positive that I can, sir.
Oh my God.
The scram tether will continue for an additional 60 days. In fairness on the jail time, Mr. Allen, I'm going to order 93 days in jail, credit for the 5 days you served. I'm not going to remand you for an additional 10 days. I am, however, because I think the intent here was the additional 10 days for the bond violations. However, you have already served 5 days for those bond violations, but I am going to remand the defendant to the Washington County Jail for 5 days, and the balance is suspended, defendant remanded.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's rough right there. Oof. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. Hey, evening, Tammy Bugard. Night is going to be just one of those lazy nights.
Part of the friggin' problem is you never show up when you're supposed to, and you roll in the middle of the day and you're rude to my clerks, and everybody has to drop what they're doing to deal with your. All right.
So you were asking about this. Okay. So you were curious of where this came from. And now there's different things, like you got the ADL and things like that want to talk about this. Okay. So, oh man, button time. Yeah, it's going to be good, but somebody asked a question here. So I'm going to explain it to you really quick. This is where they get it from. All you have to do, just Wikipedia this right here. This will tell you all that you need to know about what sovereign citizens believe. It refers to people's rights to form its own political entity and internal self-determination as a right to represent government with full suffrage. Self-determination is a cardinal principle in modern international law, binding as such on the United Nations as an authoritative interpretation of the Charter's norms. So that's where this comes from. Rights by beneficiary, animals, children, consumers, elders, other groups of rights, blah, blah, blah. And it's part of a series on a nationalism. So this right here it will go through all of this. So if you're curious of where these people get this from, this right here is where they're getting it from. So if you Wikipedia, this will tell you exactly what they're talking about. That explain a little bit for you. If not, I can show you what the ADL shows you, which is this right here: Sovereign Citizens Movement in the United States. Key points: it's a large anti-government extremist movement who inherits beliefs the government is an illegitimate product of a conspiracy that subverted the original lawful government. They claim people can take steps to divorce themselves from the illegitimate government, after which it has no authority or jurisdiction over them. They're known for the abstruse legal pseudo-illegal arguments, as well as other unusual behaviors, such as inserting public or gratuitous punctuation marks in their names or flouting motor vehicle regulations, which proclaim they are travelers, not drivers. There's two main varieties, which is your traditional sovereign citizens and your Moorish sovereign citizens. Moorish sovereign citizens are primarily black and often often pepper standard sovereign citizens' beliefs with additional concepts or terminology derived from the Moorish Science Temple or religious sect or other fringe black groups or religious sects. And this comes from the ADL. So that's what they're talking about. You can do a search on that if you go to ADL resources, backgrounder, sovereign citizens movement, United States. You can pretty much figure out everything that they're talking about there. Yeah, that take a lot to get out there, but that's what the sovereign citizen movement is about. It is they cite all kinds of things, anything that they possibly can. Yeah.
Let's get up to speed here. I thought we were finished for the day, but this often happens. Somebody will come in and we'll need to address a matter. We're preparing for our jury trial in the morning, but this is an unscheduled arraignment in the matter of Jacob Allen Britton, Britten. File number is 202417. Luke Knopfsinger is his attorney, and I reached out to Luke, and he's agreed to join us, and he's here by Zoom, which we greatly appreciate. There's presently a bench warrant out for Mr. Britton's arrest, but the fact is he's presented himself here at the court, wishes to get the case back on track. So let's see what we can figure out. Are you Jacob Allen Britton?
I am.
All right, and he got a ticket way back in August of 2020 for driving suspended. He did not show up for his original arraignment date on August 5th of 2020. Oh, yeah. So we entered a warrant mass and issued a warrant for his arrest. Took a while, maybe January of 21. He never showed up as far as I can tell with a $500 warrant. The defendant called in May of 2021, spoke with clerks, he was rude and continued to state he needed a court date with a magistrate. So I'm not sure what happened. They went around and around, and we got his information and set up a Zoom arraignment.
Oh, yeah.
In May of 21.
Huh.
And he didn't show up then either. So we had some further stuff. He was suspended for not paying some tickets at Kalamazoo. We set a pretrial. He was going to pay some things off in June of 21. So he didn't show up. He got arrested on June 2nd. Because he didn't show up on May 28th. So we set a show cause hearing for June 14th. Didn't show up for that. Then I rescheduled it for July 6th. He didn't show up for that. So on July 6th, I issued a bench warrant for his arrest and set bond at $500. He got arrested again in October of 21 and posted a bond. He got arrested on the 16th of October, I think posted bond on the 19th. So he did show up for a Zoom arraignment. He pled not guilty. And
they are losing.
I
that is for sure.
Luke Knopfsinger. I told the defendant to call the court in Kalamazoo and find out what he needed to do to clear up his Kalamazoo issues. So we set a attorney pretrial with Luke Knopfsinger as his attorney for December 3rd. The defendant again didn't show up.
Oh, never good.
So I issued another bench warrant with bond at $500. So now the defendant is here. I think he's failed to appear like 4 separate times. Anyway, he's here now. Mr. Knopfsinger is here. Probably didn't have much contact with him. So what's going on here, Mr. Britton? And
I have a question, just to clarify. The June 2nd, what was that incident? You said I was arrested there, and then in your language you were speaking, you said on October 16th I was arrested again. I don't recall the June 2nd being
let's see here. It says
arrested.
June 2nd, arrested. Warrant returned June 2nd. We got arrested on June 2nd. We gave you a pretrial date for June 14th. They didn't show up for that. So I said it again for June 6th, July 6th. You didn't show up for that. According to our records, you got arrested in June. You got arrested in October. You spent 1 day in June and 3 days in October.
That's not accurate at all.
All right. Well, why are you here today?
To try to dispose of this matter, because I feel like that record that's on record here on behalf of me is just really not accurate. The underlying issue.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I know I'm sort of late to this, right? I was appointed in, I think, November, December of last year, and I see a long case history here. I also see a speeding ticket in Kalamazoo. It appears that that's unpaid,
No, it's paid. They're paid.
It is paid. Okay.
See, I'm trying to get to this explanation here. All these issues are taken care of. I even got a letter from the Department of State from state of Michigan that says that my license should have never been suspended in the first place because it was suspended for a failure to appear or a failure to comply with a judgment, which is illegal to suspend like my license for. I got a letter. It's in my car. This is why I said I would go to my car and get a piece of evidence because I thought it was relevant, and they asked the guards to then, hey, you can't leave the building, and that's where I think it escalated in a little bit of tension here. But it's just a letter from the Department of State of the state of Michigan that says that my license can't be suspended for a failure to appear or a failure to comply, which is what this all has started from in the first place.
Well,
all the other issues I've taken care of, all that.
Son, you are walking on thin ice right now, thinking that the judge is going to let you walk out of his courtroom. This is evidence you should have brought in with you whenever you were coming into court. But oh no, you didn't bring it. So guess what's going to happen? He's going to let you show that piece of evidence after you've been arrested and thrown in jail.
What happened is they changed the rules.
Right.
At the time you got suspended, the state of Michigan suspended people's license for failing to appear on a citation. That's FAC. Yep. And failing to pay, which is FCJ.
Okay.
They changed the rules to your benefit and said, we're no longer going to suspend you for failing to appear or failing to pay. So I don't know why anybody's going to pay, but
here I am trying to pay still.
All right. At the time you were suspended, they were justified. They changed the law. And so I had the clerk run your driving record, and I think you're right. I think a lot of this stuff has been cleared up. I don't know whether you paid it or not, or they just changed the law. And
I got the receipts in my car too. I've been going to courthouses and paying it, taking care of all of it.
All right.
Very good. Very good.
All right.
So I guess
all right, well, just a minute. We've still got problems.
Yeah, there's and
part of the friggin' problem is you never show up when you're supposed to, and you roll in the middle of the day and you're rude to my clerks, and everybody has to drop what they're doing to deal with your.
I'm sorry if it comes off being rude, but I feel like it's a little bit of passion on my side because I think I've been mistreated a little bit.
Well, you show up at random in the middle of an afternoon and say, hey, everybody drop what you're doing. I'm here. I want to take care of my problems. And then you're rude to my clerks. And there's nothing that makes me angrier than people are rude to them. They're just doing their job.
True.
Plus, you drove here today and you don't have a valid driver's license. We have you on video pulling into our parking lot in your car, and you don't have a valid license. So you're either going to walk home or you're going to call somebody to come pick you up. Or I'll let you drive away, and 3 blocks from now, I'll have the Centerville Police Department arrest you for driving suspended. So you need to take a pill here for a minute and listen to what I got to say.
Ooh, buddy. You wasn't going to play.
I'm going to set this for a further pretrial to figure this all out. And I'm going to recall the bench warrant that's presently out for your arrest. So we are accomplishing something here.
What is the issue that we have to have a trial over or a pretrial?
Well, you're claiming you weren't suspended. The prosecutor filed a complaint and says that you were. Let's look at the original ticket.
Wouldn't it be like moot at this point?
No. It's whether you were suspended on that day on October 23rd, 2020. You were going in the no speeding zone where everybody speeds. US 131 Muskrat Road.
It's a bad idea.
Miles an hour.
Especially this
you got pulled over by a deputy from the sheriff's department.
I believe I was suspended that day. Accurately, yes.
All right. So the fact that you were suspended is an issue. The next issue is, can you get unsuspended? So let's take a look at what you've been doing. You had a fail to stop. Now, this was in October of 20.
Yes, and your record says that I spent 3 days in jail on this, and I did not.
All right, then we'll track that down. You got another ticket on October 16th of 21.
I rear-ended somebody in Cass County.
All right, and then you got a ticket from 5/6 of 20. This is the one that I think got you suspended. The Kalamazoo ticket for speeding, and it was a failure to answer citation. I think that's been cleared.
I don't know.
You also
I don't know. It looks like
you had a failed display of valid license.
You might have a
Calhoun County,
in a man.
That's been cleared.
That's a whole
so on 10/1 of 21, you were suspended from 10/6/20 through 10/1/21. That is cleared, and then they cleared your FC. So I think you may be eligible to get your license back. It's presently expired. So
I have kind of been neglecting to follow up with anything on my license until I was able to get it reinstated.
All right. So this thing is still pending. The allegation is you were suspended on the 23rd of October of 2020. So I appointed a lawyer, Mr. Knopfinger, to represent you. Did you ever contact Mr. Knopfinger?
I don't believe so, no.
I think it's
well, and then you did. So he was here. He was physically here in the building, or at least here by Zoom to handle this. And the prosecutor was here. You weren't. So you're here. So I'm not inclined to do the bench warrant. I'm inclined to recall the bench warrant and got to set an attorney pretrial for April 4th, April 1st. What time are your pretrials, Luke?
Usually at 8:30.
8:30. So, Mr. Britton, I'm not saying you don't have some valid issues which would cause the prosecutor to amend the charge. They could amend it to something that wouldn't affect your ability to get your license. But you need to sit down with your lawyer and go over that because the prosecutor is not here and they're not a part of this discussion. It looks like some tickets you may have paid and some things the law has changed, which clears up some of those fail to comply with judgment citations and fail to answer citations. But your license is expired.
You're welcome,
so,
Rosalind. Rosalind, I got you.
I'm going to give you a notice right here, right now, for you to be here.
So currently, my license is expired, not suspended, like as of right now.
That's what it looks like to me.
Okay, all right. Because I think it's a better status than being suspended.
I think it is too. It means there may be a light at the end of the tunnel.
Right. Well, and that's what I'm trying to get to.
This one's.
Well, I don't blame you. That's a worthwhile goal, but you've done a very poor job of it.
Well, I had to
not showing up.
I've had other obligations, like I've had to be at work. I have to make money to pay these fines and fees. I can't just, not do stuff in my life and just sit at home and hope these things resolve themselves. So perhaps I don't come to those meetings or make those court hearings because the things in Kalamazoo aren't cleared up yet. So what's the point?
Man, you've got to pay attention to these kinds of things, and getting smart with the judge ain't going to work. Let's get down to some resolution here.
I've scheduled a hearing with your attorney for April 1st at 8:30. The prosecutor will be here. I'm not doing this by Zoom. You got to be
pay
here.
more attention to what he's doing.
Luke, you can appear by Zoom. We'll get this thing resolved. Are you still at the U Avenue address?
I don't know. It's a long walk from here.
Well, is that where you live?
If I can get there, I don't have licensed drivers and resources to help me. So whatever. Yes, that's where I live.
Okay, because I'm gonna. All right. Does your phone number still end in 6?
I think you can direct all contacts to that man.
All right. Well, fair enough. All right. You can go. I want you to call him, discuss this with him. Perhaps we can resolve the whole thing on April 1st. The good news is that
my thighs will be strong by then.
Perhaps. All right. You're good to go. Another satisfied customer. Isn't that far from going out the back door. All right, Luke, best of luck with that. And see if you can pull a rabbit out of a hat. Thank you. I do appreciate you coming in on short notice.
Yeah.
All right. We do have a new driving record that Sarah just ran today, and we'll have that available for review.
So just to be clear,
let's go to the next one. More Judge Simpson. Don't mind me. I'm just on the walk.
People versus Martin.
There we go. Oh, this is gonna be good. Get a closed cap.
Jeffrey Fanto, Your Honor. Mr. Martin, can you ask the deputy to unmute?
No, this isn't the one. But it is a soft sit. Let me see if I've got the new one. I think. Give me just a second. I think there was a newer one that I was supposed to have. Full screen. No, this is the one. This is the one. All right. I just wanted to double check.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Eric Martin, camera 1.
Defendant Eric Martin. I'm the living.
This is case.
Eric Martin.
This is case 231510. People of the City of Taylor versus Eric Martin.
And Jeffrey Fanto, the court asked me to verify that Mr. Martin would be presenting himself without the assistance of attorney. That appears to be his position, Judge.
All right, so Mr. Martin, you are waiving the House Counsel?
Yes, due to, so I'm not fraudulently assumed to be the defendant, a living man, not the legal fiction corporate entity defendant, which I could possibly be. I don't due to canon law being unfair. It's gonna, you guys fraudulently assume that if I take an attorney. So that's the unfairness why I can't accept attorney because of that.
Farce.
Sure.
It's not
All
with
right, and you understand all of your constitutional rights?
I do my best to. I've been studying, practicing law 28 years.
All right. All right. So looks like this
Studying
is
tax law
ready to be
28 years?
set for a jury trial. Is that right?
Yeah, but I want a jury trial of my peers means of the sovereign people, not U.S. citizen slaves who most probably everyone in the jury probably say they are. So
Just call
I
someone
won't be getting
slave.
my peers. I don't get.
Well,
now
as the individual who determines questions of law, that's me. I will make sure that there is a jury of your peers. So, and I'll determine that. So we will have this set, and then I'll mail out the date for the jury trial.
I believe there is a date set for next Tuesday for the jury trial in this matter.
All righty, I see that.
I have objections. I can probably prepare for trial in this jail. I've been illegally denied my constitutional right to a personal bond, even though it's my constitutional right because it's part of my right to be innocent before guilty. It's been denied so far. I have no money to pay for a bond to get out of here. So that's especially why I also should be given a personal bond. And like I said, I can probably prepare for one in here. You know.
So you're in there for a different matter because I set your bond at $100 personal before on this matter. So it's whatever's keeping you in jail isn't this case. So we'll see. I understand though that you do need to prepare for trial. I get that part. So we'll go ahead and adjourn the jury trial. When is your out date?
Yep.
With whatever you're doing there.
There is no out date. That's the thing. It's So is this about the moped case?
Yeah, this is driving on a. This is driving on your license.
I wasn't sure, right? They got me legally confined right now in the domestic violence. No evidence at all. She lied, made a statement. So now
hold on, Mr. Martin, hold on. Even though this is a different court, and that's not my case. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. I just want to advise you of your Fifth Amendment right again. So I suggest not bringing up the other case. Right. This case here is on the moped and the driving on a suspended license. So or revoked license.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is you need time to prepare on that one. I don't know what the situation or status is of the domestic violence case, but you said that you're on bond. You haven't posted your bond on that case. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm not even sure. I think the judge said a monetary bond. I wasn't sure because she unprofessionally drew the thing away from you want to call it this the remote Zoom thing away from the door before I could read it here. But it's not like she told the police officer $2,000, but I'm not even sure. I got no money to pay a bond, no way, even if it's $1. So right, because they illegally deny my personal bond, this is why I'm still in here. So, but yeah. So
all right. So what I'll do is, I don't know when that case is next. The next day is that it's a state case. Ms. Manarino, you don't have that case, right?
I don't
so it
know.
must be a state. All right, and so it must be a state case, which means it's on a Monday. So that's probably going to be resolved within a month. So let me go ahead and set this for jury trial. No, there will be no need to set it for a settlement conference before that. But let's get everything.
I won't touch up. I was going to object before you guys give me a chance to talk. Object to it should be. I moved that to be stayed. This moped case till I get out of prison. I mean, till I get out of jail here. I can prepare myself. I can't probably prepare myself. Ask some of my legal authorities to argue nothing.
It's being set for jury trial.
Okay, so when is that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to set it for a jury trial, but if you're still in jail at that time, then I'll just adjourn it again so that you can prepare. I'm not worried about that. So, I mean, but I can't do anything about your other case is what I'm saying. So I'm looking at, as far as the date right now, I just want to put a date on the books so that we know that you have an idea. And if you get out tomorrow, then you'll know and what your date is. So I'm looking at, let's see. I don't have the availability to check with my clerk because my criminal clerk is out this week.
Your Honor, we do I'm sorry, Judge. We do have other jury trials scheduled on your docket on July 9th. I don't know if that's too soon.
Looking at your
that's probably going to be, and it's only a couple of weeks away. So I don't know what his situation is. And even if he gets out in a week, that's only gives him a little bit of time. I want to make sure he has at least a couple of weeks to. I mean, it's a driving on a restricted license, so it's not exactly a whole lot of prep time for that. It's not a homicide case, but so I'm looking at August 13th because I'm trying to pick a date that's outside of probably where I'm already scheduling stuff at, 'cause I don't have my criminal clerk here to kind of check and see like where I'm at with things. So we're gonna set this for August 13th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And I know that we'll set that at 8:30 in the morning, August 13th. All right, Mr. Martin, let the deputy know that you're all set, and we'll be mailing out the notice to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. All the best to you and your staff.
Say again?
That's something I want to say to with the prosecutors here. Dealing with this other case that I'm here for now, I request
not the same prosecutor. Not the same prosecutor. That's the state prosecutor.
They're Taylor prosecutor.
Your other case, are you talking about your other case? Your other case is a state case, so that's a Wayne County Prosecutor's Office. Not the city attorney.
I'm talking about the case I'm in here now. I want them to notify the prosecutor that I want charges filed on Crystal Mark for bringing these falsified charges against me now, and also for assault and battery that I have a video camera for. Just so, you know what I mean? And she keeps bringing this.
Again, that's the other prosecutor. That's a different prosecutor's office.
Because it's my equal protection right to bring charges too. They want to bring charges against me, but they don't have no evidence. I do. And I should be coming here in jail as a lack of evidence. As a result of the unequal protection.
And that's on your other case, sir. So
it's still a right though. It's still my right to tell the prosecutors this and have them act on it. And if they don't, it's going to certify a defense.
This isn't the proper prosecutor. That's the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office on your other case. Okay, this is the city attorney. Okay. Deputy, have a good rest of your day to you and your staff.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That's the way you handle them. Booyah, son. Ain't playing your game. Ain't gonna happen. How many cases does he have? Oh my gosh. Yeah, just enough to get himself into a whole lots of trouble. See, that right there is what like I said, if you want to go down this route, then go down this route. But it's never, ever, ever going to work for you. In the wild off chance that you find a judge that will buy your bullshit, then maybe you can get away with it. But generally, no, you're not going to. And that's what's going to happen with you. You're going to end up in this perpetual loop of being stupid. I always suggest don't get in that loop. Just stay away from it. But we enjoy it. I know. That is the joy of it. That is the absolute fun of having those kinds of fools do these kinds of things. They just can't help themselves. It is like a perpetual way of just giving us tons of entertainment. Hey, CJ, you just got here? Well, welcome. It's cool because I have put my cap at 2 hours. I've got some really interesting stuff that I've got to be taking care of tonight. My brother-in-law is going to be coming into town. He's going to be rolling in. Well, this is cool. Let me see what I got here. Let me see. And we're going to open this thing up real quick. Do that. And we're going to open this, copy. Let me pull this real quick. It won't take me very long, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to send all you fine people over to one of my favorite people in the world. I know that MG has one going on tonight, but I will be long gone. I've got family coming in, and I'll be off for a little while, but it's not a big deal because I will be doing a stream tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning I'll have a stream, but I will be gone. I will be gone whenever my family gets here. Well, brother-in-law, close enough. They're still family. And whenever they get here, I'll be not doing anything. Wednesday, possibly Thursday, might be just recorded, and then I'll release it later on with my opinions and all that kind of crap. Like that really matters. but that's sort of my plan to do a little bit of that. We've got, and it's, let's see, paste. And what I want to do is I want to send all you fine people, go give this guy a like, let him know that Shizzy Wisdom sent you guys over there. And you don't have to always enjoy everything that you check out, but I guarantee you're going to have a really good time with him. It is his birthday party. It's his birthday stream. Show him some love. Let him know that he's a good people, and we enjoy his content. You guys go say hello to Good Logic whenever you get there. You're so jealous of your walking setup. Really? Well, thank you, Big Johnson. What I'll do is I'll send you an invite. I had a couple of things I wanted to ask you tonight. Really did. So I know that I've got a few things to be doing tonight, and a little bit later on, but I wanted to cut my stream at 2 hours because there's a couple of things I needed to take care of for somebody that I think is pretty damn awesome. So just make sure that you go give Joe a nice wave. And I will be seeing you guys. I won't be on later tonight because I've got some food to start cooking tonight. And then I will be off in doing all of the wonderful things that I do. But here, check this out and make sure you give Joe some.
In the heart of the city where the lights shine bright, there's a tale unfolding under the cover of night. The Federal Bureau, they've come to play, investigating whispers in the light of day. Oh, Mayor Henyard, what have you done? The FBI's here and they're looking for someone. Keep Freeman caught in a fraudulent scheme. It's now suburb scandal, more than it seems. Allegations fly like shadows on the wall in the halls of power where the mighty fall. Bankruptcy fraud, they say he devised. Keep Freeman's game in the public eye. Oh, Mayor Henyard, what have you done? The FBI's here and they're looking for someone. Keep Freeman caught in a fraudulent scheme. This sounds of a scandal, more than it seems. So here